Hey, welcome back everybody. So we're on a small creek here up in Montana. Got my little 3-weight rod out. See if we can catch some fish, but it's not too good. So I figured I'm going to talk about this on this video. Climate change. How is changing our fishery? All the fish are dying off. It's not good. And like these little streams, I mean, I used to catch a lot of fish on these streams, and this is the lowest I've ever seen this stream. It's been a couple years since I've been on it, and things been rerouted from floods. It's crazy. So this spot here I'm fishing, this used to be a big hole here, a pretty deep hole. It's not a deep hole anymore. From all the floods and crazy stuff that's been going on, it changed everything. And I've been fishing this for a while right now, and I haven't had one rise come up after my drive-by. I've never had that happen on this creek here. I've always done good, and I've always caught some pretty decent sized fish, but like I said, this weather change is changing everything, and it's not good, man. So far on this river, man, this little creek, I've only caught 2 trout. That's it, 2 cutthroats. Couple rises. But man, we're gonna take a little walk down this river here, or this creek here, and I'm gonna show you some of the devastation that Mother Nature can really do, and how this thing got rerouted. It's pretty scary. So this is where the river is, and it used to be over here. So my camp spot is right there on the left, and the river used to come right through here. So this is a pretty deep hole right here. This was never here before. This was all carved out from heavily flowing water. Yeah, this whole area was underwater. I used to fish it and catch a lot of fish here. I can't even get a fish to rise. This is horrible here. Yeah, so I'm on this big pile of rocks, and this was never here before. The water was so violent that it just pushed these rocks up everywhere, and that's how it got rerouted. It probably pushed this stuff like it was sand, like nothing. That's the fury of Mother Nature, man, with this weather change. So you look here, these are all these rocks here. This all got pushed up in here. And you can see the rocks, all the trees in the background just got really just tossed up in here. And this made the hole, so when the water went down, it got rerouted, and it's going a different way. Let's talk about the weather, the climate change. So these are my opinions, and I think they're true. I don't know, you can use your own thoughts, but every year so far, the water is going lower and lower. It's getting hotter and hotter. My thoughts on weather change is that it's not like people say, oh, it's so hot, and it's like the whole summer was hot or stuff like that. That's not really climate change. Climate change is that drastic drop and up and down flow of temperatures. So it seems to be like this year, Montana did not get a lot of snow. And because of that, it didn't get flooded that much. The rivers are lower than they ever been, and we had a heat spell that lasted over 4 weeks, man. It was horrible, which made the fishing horrible. So, but in Washington and Oregon, they had a lot of snow. But what that happened is that drastic change is that you had so much snow up in the mountains, and just like that, got this heat spell came in, and you had this rapid melting of the snow, which just destroyed the streams, made everything just unbelievably flooded, more than it normally usually is. So what are you going to do? So I see that like right now, the big hole in Montana is, they shut the whole river down just now, just because it's so low for the fishery. And that's one of the streams that the fishery is dying for years. It's all on the news that the fish count is dropping big time. And the Beaverhead too, the Beaverhead River in Montana. And I just also heard the Blackfoot River is the lowest it's ever been in 30 years. So we keep going like this, we're not going to have a fishery or be able to do any fishing in Montana. And the other thing that seems to be happening is that the river gets so flooded, and then all of a sudden the rivers don't just go down to a normal level. They seem to go to the normal level for a short time, and then right away, because of the heat spell that pops right in, brings it down too low and heats everything up too fast. But what are you going to do? So it's time to get away from this depressing subject here. It's time for a beer. I got this Lewis and Clark Miner's Gold. It's brewed in Helena, Montana. It's a Hefeweizen, American style wheat. I dig it. Hey, what's the alcohol? Oh, it's only 5% alcohol, but I'll take it. So let's open this bad boy up. Yep, come on, you can do it. It's nice and gold. Oh yeah. Astrobia. Oh yeah. Oh, that's kind of creamy. It's refreshing. It's right out of the fridge. Ah, I'm liking it. Oh yeah. It's got a nice, that wheat smell to it, where it should be. Fuzzy. So anyway, so that's our subject for today, doing climate change. It's depressing, but what are you going to do? My fishery's gone. I'm not catching the fish I used to, or the size of the fish I used to. Oh, I don't know. So I think next year I'm just going to spend more time up in Canada, way up north. Spend more time there. I don't think I want to fish Montana and Idaho next year. It's too depressing. So don't forget, guys, if you want to support me, help me out with some beer. I got a link below. You can buy me a beer if you would like. And don't forget, never stop listening to rock and roll. Never stop exploring. And we'll catch you on the next adventure. Astrobia. Fuck.